Where Kyle Richards stands with Mauricio Umansky's family today. Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky may be separated, but Kyle still makes time for her in-laws. On the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show, which you can watch above, Kyle talked to her castmate Erica Jane about Mauricio's new condo. While mulling over the details of her ex's new living space, Kyle noted she hasn't yet visited, not for any particular reason, but because it just hasn't worked out yet. Mauricio did, however, suggest celebrating holidays at his place, but Kyle maintained their Encino home is still a better option for hosting family. The Jewish holidays just passed, and he said, "Can you come over, and we'll do the holidays at my house?" And I was like, "I have more space here," Kyle shared. So I've been still hosting the Jewish holiday dinners with his family. When Erica asked how that went, considering Kyle and Mauricio's separation, Kyle asserted everything was copacetic. "In those moments, we're just family," Kyle stated. Who are Mauricio Umansky's parents? Mauricio's journey to becoming a real estate powerhouse began long before he sold luxury homes. Born in Mexico City in 1970 to clothing manufacturer Eduardo Umansky and psychologist Estela Snider, Mauricio experienced a major life change when his parents uprooted the family in the mid-1970s. In a 2021 video for Travis Matthew, he recalled, "My family moved to the U.S. in 1976. I was 6 years old. The decision," he explained, "was driven by mounting instability back home. It was a time in Mexico where the politics were very in turmoil. There was a lot of nationalism in terms of the government taking away businesses. There was a major devaluation of the peso. Seeking greater security and opportunity, the Umanskys settled in Los Angeles, where Eduardo opened a textile business. Working alongside his father exposed young Mauricio to the art of the deal. The reason that's important is because that helped shape me in what I now do, which is selling," he said, adding, "I've been selling all my life." Mauricio remained with the family enterprise until it was sold in the 1990s, carrying forward the sales savvy he first learned on warehouse floors into his now famed career in high-end real estate. Where do Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky stand today? Kyle confirmed during the RHOBH Season 14 reunion that she and Mauricio Umansky are legally separated, though not divorced. Appearing on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen in December 2024, Kyle explained they remain good friends who get along really well, but now lead separate lives. She added during the reunion that they still talk every day. Season 14 documented this unusual dynamic. Viewers watched Kyle tell Mauricio she wanted to live apart and later discuss her feelings about him living his best life while she was still adjusting to hers. Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky's family ties. In the heart of Beverly Hills, where the sun casts a golden glow over sprawling estates, Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky's story continues to evolve, even after their separation. Their relationship might have changed, but their deep-rooted connection to family has remained steadfast. Despite their differences, Kyle still finds herself intertwined with the Umansky family, holding on to the ties that have shaped her life over the years. A shift in dynamics. Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky, once the golden couple of Beverly Hills, announced their separation during the 14th season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Their split was a long time coming, though it was not marked by bitterness or acrimony. The couple had faced their challenges, but they had also enjoyed decades of love, partnership, and shared experiences. Despite no longer being romantically involved, they remained committed to maintaining a strong familial bond, both for their children and the extended families they had grown to know and love. In a revealing conversation with her castmate Erica Jane during the after show, Kyle spoke candidly about her current relationship with Mauricio. She made it clear that despite the separation, she and Mauricio still communicated daily. "We talk every day. We're still good friends," Kyle explained. We get along really well, and even though we're living separate lives, we've always been able to support one another. This level of mutual respect and understanding is rare, especially for a couple that has spent so many years in the public eye. Their journey had been filled with highs and lows, from raising children together to building careers that placed them at the top of their respective fields. Yet the bond they shared was unbreakable, even when it took on a new form. A new home, same heart. One of the more intriguing aspects of their post-separation lives was Mauricio's decision to purchase a new condo. As Kyle casually mentioned on the after show, she hadn't yet visited the new space, not due to any particular reason, but simply because the timing had never worked out. The thought of visiting her ex-husband's new place seemed to carry an underlying complexity, as if the visit would mark a definitive shift in their relationship dynamics. Yet, as is often the case with Kyle, family remained the focal point of her life. She revealed that despite not visiting Mauricio's new condo, she had continued to host holiday gatherings for his side of the family in the familiar comfort of her own home. The Jewish holidays just passed, and he said, "Can you come over, and we'll do the holidays at my house?" And I was like, "I have more space here," she said with a laugh. Kyle had been hosting holiday dinners for Mauricio's family at their Encino home, a tradition she wasn't ready to let go of just yet. In that moment, she had no hesitation in reaffirming that, despite the separation, the Umanskys were still very much a part of her life. In those moments, "We're just family," she asserted. Kyle's stance was simple. Family is family, no matter the circumstances. Holidays, birthdays, and celebrations were all about the people who had been there for her through thick and thin, and nothing, certainly not a separation, could change that. A legacy of family. To understand the depth of the Umansky family bond, it's important to look at Mauricio's own upbringing. Born in Mexico City in 1970, Mauricio's early life was marked by his family's transition from Mexico to the United States. His parents, Eduardo Umansky, a clothing manufacturer, and Estela Sneeder, a psychologist, moved to Los Angeles in the mid-1970s, seeking stability amidst the political and economic turmoil in Mexico. The move, driven by a desire for a better future, shaped Mauricio's character and laid the foundation for his career in real estate. Mauricio often speaks of his father's influence on his life, recalling how his father's textile business exposed him to the world of sales at a young age. "I've been selling all my life," he has said in interviews, crediting his father for teaching him the art of negotiation and deal-making. That experience in his father's warehouse would eventually propel Mauricio into the world of high-end real estate, where he became a powerhouse in Beverly Hills. Despite his success in the luxury real estate market, Mauricio has always remained connected to his roots. The Umansky family is known for their close-knit nature, and Mauricio's parents continue to play an integral role in his life. His father, Eduardo, and mother, Estela, have long been a part of family gatherings, and Kyle's relationship with them has remained strong even after her separation from Mauricio. These familial connections, forged over decades, have remained a cornerstone of her life. The rich legacy of the Umansky family. Even as Kyle and Mauricio navigate their new relationship dynamic, their families continue to support one another. In a world where relationships often dissolve amid public scrutiny, the strength of the Umansky family's values, centered on love, loyalty, and respect, has been a beacon of stability for Kyle and Mauricio's children. The Umansky legacy is also tied to their cultural background. Mauricio, with his Mexican roots, has carried forward a deep sense of tradition and family. For Kyle, embracing these traditions has been an integral part of her journey. She's never been one to shy away from the challenges life throws her way, but she's always been committed to ensuring that her children and the people she loves are given the best of what life has to offer. Kyle's continued involvement in Mauricio's family gatherings, particularly around the holidays, is a testament to the enduring nature of their relationship. Even though they are no longer married, the shared history they have is undeniable. The two of them may no longer be building a future together in the traditional sense, but they are still deeply committed to their children and extended families. It's a delicate balance, one that Kyle has managed with grace and maturity, ensuring that the spirit of family is never lost, even in the midst of personal change. New beginnings and old bonds. While Kyle's role within the Umansky family has shifted, her commitment to them has not wavered. The boundaries may have changed, but the love remains. As Kyle continues to navigate her life after the separation, she has made it clear that family will always come first. Hosting holidays at her home, attending family events, and staying in close touch with Mauricio's parents are all ways in which Kyle continues to honor the bonds that have been a part of her life for so long. The future may hold new challenges and opportunities for both Kyle and Mauricio, but one thing is certain: their story is far from over.